the end of each league season since 1967, Raider players vote for their teammate who best exemplifies the pride, poise, and spirit of the Raiders. The 1988 Raider Commitment to Excellence Award is awarded to the only player in Raider history to have won this honor from his teammates 4 times, running back Marcus Allen.
As his Raider career progressed, Marcus Allen continued to win praise from his teammates, yet lose playing time from his coaches. In 1989, he returned from injury to face the Cardinals.
In the meeting room, you know, Tuesday night and Wednesday night, Thursday night and Friday night and Saturday night, we talked about it. Some people still down on him. He's just coming back from an injury. He's not fresh. He's not ready. We don't need to play him. But then we got in the game, this late in the game, and we were down by 5 and the ball's on the 4-yard line. I forgot what happened in that meeting room. I just knew we had to get this thing in the end zone, and my mindset was, hey, I'm putting him in.
Tom Walsh was the offensive coordinator. He said, what is he doing in the game? You know Al doesn't want him in the game. You know Al doesn't like him.
I had the headset on, and I was on the sideline, and not to get yelled at and screamed at and fussed at, I took my headset off.
Marcus Allen is in there. He has the ball. Touchdown!
I got a little slap on the face saying, hey, we wasn't supposed to do that. I thought we wasn't going to put him in. But good thing we did. We won the game.
I do remember going back to the locker room, and Al gave me a dirty look. Which was the strangest thing in the world because, you know, you figure you want to win the game, and regardless of who does it. But it was just another awkward situation. The animosity was pretty thick around there.
Those guys battle, and again, those guys, I'm speaking Marcus in the front office, those guys' battles was bigger than us. You know what I mean? That was bigger than all of us. So all we could do was coach the guys we had here and just keep on going.
In 1991, the Raiders signed running back Roger Craig, and in 1992, Eric Dickerson.
I don't think there's been any great running back in the league that has ever had to share the position with that many great running backs. There was a time that I came into camp 4th string. I'm in the Hall of Fame, by the way, but I came into camp 4th string. I just want you to know that.
How did he end up falling from 1 to 4? Well, that came from the top. Now, you know, well, Terry, who's the top? Well, I ain't going to tell you who's the top, but that came from the top.
When that was going on, Marcus Allen arranged to come into the weight room like 4 o'clock in the morning, do his 3-hour work so that he would be out of there by 7 before anybody else came in there.
The night before games, we would talk, and he would tell me, you know, I probably won't get any playing time. It wasn't one of those kind of moments where you see a guy who decides that I'm packing it in. If anything, he did more.
Allen could only watch as the Raiders fell behind the Giants 10-0.
He doesn't play the whole game. He doesn't get on the field. At halftime, he makes a speech. We get fired up. We end up turning the game around. It was confusing.
I didn't understand what was happening. Covering the NFL at that time, Monday Night Football, we had the Raiders a number of times, and living in Los Angeles and knowing Marcus. And Marcus was not talking about it.
Yeah, I internalized it. I mean, obviously, it ate at me. It was tough going to work at times. I mean, who wanted to go to work, watch everybody else play?
I remember saying something along the lines of, hey, look, you know, at some point, everybody's really interested in what's happening here. And you guys are on Monday night, you know, 3 times a year. So if you ever want to say what you have to say, we have the platform for that, the best platform.
How would you right now characterize the relationship with Al Davis?
Well, I guess it's acrimonious at best. I don't know. What do you think about a guy that has attempted to, you know, ruin your career?
Al Davis would scoff at the notion that he would sacrifice the good of the whole team because of a personal vendetta. Do you feel there has been a personal vendetta with you?
No question about it. Absolutely. He told me he was going to get me. We've had conversations. I don't know for what reason, but he told me that he was going to get me. But it's just been a an outright joke to sit on the sidelines and not get the opportunity to play. I mean, I shouldn't say not get the opportunity. They don't want me to play.
Art Shell is the coach of this team. Have you addressed the issue of the lack of playing time with him directly?
I've talked to Art. Art said he has nothing to do with it.
How did you get into the doghouse?
I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea. Looking back, I don't think I did anything. Maybe it's just the way I am, or, you know, and I can't change that, and I don't apologize for that. Maybe that offended him. I don't know. Maybe it rubbed him the wrong way. I just can't fathom, you know, what happened.
Told Al Davis what Marcus had said. He said the statements are, and he said it with a laugh, he said they're totally fraudulent. He's reported late for the last 5 years. He's been hurt. Maybe he doesn't like the competition, talking about bringing in people like Dickerson and Craig, and before that, Bo Jackson. It was explosive. It was memorable, but it was something that people had to hear about because they didn't know. They didn't know what in the world was going on. And ironically, even after that interview had aired, people were still trying to figure out, now what happened between those guys? I still don't know.
I never quite understood what made things go bad. To me, the whole thing was a waste of great talent and energy. If you don't like me, let me go. And I never understood that. Let me go play football someplace else. Now, if you love power, I can understand why you keep me there. I think of what could have been the perfect marriage in Los Angeles with the Raiders, and just didn't turn out to be. And it was a shame.
As a teammate, I certainly made my feelings pretty clear publicly what I thought about Marcus. Great player, great teammate. Was puzzled by all of that.
Maybe I give you one person, you know, Al Davis, you know, that didn't really like Marcus. I can't tell you two people that didn't love Marcus Allen.
In the season finale, the 6-9 Raiders trailed the defending Super Bowl champion Washington Redskins by 6 with less than 2 minutes left. Benched most of the game, Allen gained 25 yards on the final drive, and the Raiders won in the closing seconds.
We wasn't going nowhere, but I think that day for Marcus Allen, all his teammates would have carried him off the field because our guys loved him and they said, hey, if this is his last game, this is the way we're going to send him off.
For the 6th time, Allen's teammates voted him the winner of the Commitment to Excellence Award. Allen's career as a Raider was over. He would change uniforms the following season, but he'd show the league and the Raiders he was still the same Marcus.
What makes the DQ $6 meal deal for real? How about the Applewood smoked bacon, plus a Coca-Cola, fries, and a sundae, all full-sized, all for just $6, making BFFs bacon friends forever. DQ, happy tastes good.
Hey Google.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. He's got to come home with me. Not anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly he's all pure love.
We need a small business loan fast.
I got this.
Loan Falcon!
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. Go to ondeck.com, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.